Right, might remember from an old video, this brake pipe is leaking. There's a little tiny dimple. I'm not sure if we can get that on the camera. Just there, you see. But anyway, we're going to make a brand new one. Now, that's 12 inches, just over, so 310 mil. And I've got a load of brake fittings here. So that one there matches the male. We've got a male end, but I haven't got a female end to match, so we're going to reuse that one. So what we've got to do, using our super duper brake kit, you're going to cut the ends off this pipe. And then all we do is rotate that round, tighten that up a little bit more, rotate it some more, take the fitting off, which we need, and then we can throw that away because that's no good. Pass that copper pipe behind you. And then I've got some brand new tubing out of my garage. And we'll show you the trick to straighten it up. But we'll cut it first. So we want 300 mil plus a little bit for flaring, so we'll go 320 mil. Just rotate that round like that, tighten this little thread up at the back, and the cutting wheel cuts it off. There you go. I'll put that over there. Then you've got a little piece of what they call conifer tube, 300 mil. See the ends of that now? We've got a deburrer. So, if you pull out the back of the thing there, put it in, twist it round, and there's your little deburring tool built in. Another thing you can do with these is just give them a wipe over with a bit of emery paper. You got to make sure that you get all the dust out, because you don't want no dust or nothing in there contaminating your new brakes. So that's done. We need a clean bit of bench. That box. Now a little bit of oomph. You can roll this on the bench and you get it almost straight. That'll do. Well, we'll just show you that. So, put your ends on. Yeah, they go all the way, so I don't need to worry. Right, one of the biggest mistakes people make, and I've done it myself, which is why you learn, or how you learn. You'll crimp the bloody ends and you go, I haven't put my fitting on. So you've got to make sure you put your fittings on before you crimp the end. But because I've got it straight, it will slide on. So, get rid of that. Put that back in his little box. And now there's 3 parts to this kit. You need the clamp, you need the press, you need the die. There's a spare thing there. Let me just see if that fits. Lovely. Right, we'll use this one instead. Just screw that into the end of the T-piece. Just make sure it fits in the end of the T-piece while I set this up. Right, so what we're going to do is clamp this.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to use that piece then. Right, we're going to clamp that in there. Always clamp the short end first, because then when you screw the big end in, you get more leverage on it. Now, it's going to be a bonus because I've got a bench now with a vice in, so normally I'm doing everything by hand, but from there, look. How easy is that to just twist that up with and get that nice and tight. There you go, so that's nice and tight. Right, now get that little tie piece there. Yep, what you do, put that in there like that. Right, hold on for a minute. And then you unscrew this. This is your little press. Let's unscrew it a bit more. And then that V goes in there. So what I'll do, oh yes, fucking bent it. Right, okay. Ooh, fucking thing's bent. I must have put it in on an angle I've not noticed.
Is that fuck off?
Yeah. Right, and the bonus is because I went 10mm too long, I can cut that 10mm off. See? It was just starting to flare and it fucking bent. It's not a problem. Where's the little cutter? I'll just cut that 10mm off and redo it. Dickhead.
There's that piece.
Oh my god, I bent it. I have to fucking straighten it again. Conifer copper pipe. What I could do is just straighten it, look. Probably the vice. Nice and gentle. Whoops. Just straighten it out like that. So I'm not actually trying to crush it, just straightening it. Try it again. But this time I'll leave a little bit less hanging up the top. Right. Right, now this time I'll keep my bloody eye on it. There you go, going in nice and straight this time. All in tight. Now the hardest part of this is getting the bloody die out the end. The easiest way I've found is to just put it off like that. And we got a little flare there. And what we'll do, put it back in. Because we're going to put the die on it now without the, sorry, put the press on it without the die. That should give me a nice little V-shaped flare. You can get better tools than this. This is fucking bought this one years ago. That's only the cheap ends. There you go. Now, if you imagine, that's the female end. On the male end, on the chassis, there's a piece like that. So that little, see that little hollow goes into there, and it sits like that. And then when you put these two together and they bolt up, that then gives you a really nice tight compression fitting. So that's the female end done. And then we do the same for the other ends. But now what you've got to remember, right, is to stick that on first. The amount of times I've lost count of how many times I've made to a brake pipe where I've flared the end of it. I forgot to put the fitting on. So slide your fittings on before you start. So you've got the 2 on the 1. And make sure it's facing the right direction. There's no good putting it on like that, because obviously it won't screw to nothing. So make sure you screw it the right way. Okay, back into our little jig. And then just lock that off again. Well, no, it's in it. It's fine. See, the bonus of messing your face on, because you know it's live. You know you're not rehearsing. Gotta get the clamp nice and tight.
Did you put your shotgun bit on? Yeah.
What bit?
The male. Do you remember to put it on?
Yeah, it's in.
Hello.
Jacks. When his legs cold now.
Nice.
should do. There you should have. Nice little flare then, obviously, because it's all clamped in. Gotta get the bastard out now. There you go. You end up with a little flare like that. See that? And then when you put that into a female end, because the female end's concaved, when I screw this onto the chassis now, that will butt up nice and tight, same as the other ones did. Now, considering I had a food cup, let's see how long this is. You're not going to believe this. 300. Oh well, I'll do this. Hang on. $12 inches. Same as the other one. So now all I've got to do is go and put this on the car, tighten it up, then I can fill it with fluid, put my brake pads in, and start bleeding the brakes. Happy days. Right. Hang on a minute. I've just dry fitted it on the car, and I'll give you a clue. What do you reckon? It was 10 mil too short. So that bit that I mangled up, I needed. So yeah, I've got to do another one. Whoa, would you believe that? Oh well. Told you we'd start. We do this warts and all. So if you make a mistake, don't bodge it, especially with your brakes, right? So you make a mistake, you start again, and you do a fresh one. Luckily, I've got bloody loads of this tubing. Absolutely loads of it. I've got another loads in the garage. And it comes in a coil. So I'm going to go about there and get a nice bend on this. I'm going to do an extra 50 mil. Yeah, when you buy it, it comes in, I think it's 5 meters, 5 meter lengths, maybe 10, I can't remember. 5 meters rings a bell. And it comes in a coil. And you have to straighten it out yourself. So what I did when I did my car, when I done the Beetle, and I've made them for my own cars because it corrodes. It's like I say, what you couldn't see earlier on was me just rolling it on the bench. And you just roll it and straighten it out. You can actually buy a special tool. It's like a couple of rollers that you put it through. There you go. Virtually straight back. Doesn't have to be pin straight. No crap. Right, where's my little thing? Let's do this one again. So. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not going to record this. I'm going to do this time lapse. right? A brake flaring kit like this, they're not expensive, they're about 20 quid. I've had this one for years. It's one of them tools that you go, why am I going to make my own brake pipes up? But once you know what you're doing, it's dead easy. And the amount of times when you get older cars, you get an MOT saying, oh, rear brake pipes corroded, and you go to a garage and you go, oh yeah, I'll have to make brake pipes up for you. It's going to cost you £100 or whatever, right? A length of that, 5 meters of that off the internet is about a tenner. And a packet of fittings like that, right? Multiple pack of fittings. I've got double-ended fittings and everything there, look. They're about £2.50. It's just not where go in a garage if you've got the confidence to do it. And obviously if you're building kit cars and stuff, it's a skill you've got to learn. There's me all right while that's our mailing. Leave that in there. And the other thing is they come with a pack of these dies. So when you put the press in on the end, look, it's got a little V and it sits in that hollow there like that, and that's what presses it out. I had loads of these and I've obviously they've all gone missing, so don't lose your dies, because without it the whole thing is useless. But that's done. Alright, let's go and dry fit this again. It should fit. Now what I've got to do is I've got to bend a 90-degree bend on this to get it in. And if I haven't got a scaffolding tube here, have I? What I normally do at home is just roll this around a scaffolding tube, because you've got to make sure you don't kink it when you bend it, but we'll have a look at that in a minute anyway. You know what I'll use? That bar there. There you go. Nice radius bend.